Good afternoon. Welcome to U-32 High School, where today's girls Division II lacrosse semifinal matchup features the visiting number 6 ranked Stowe Raiders against the number 2 ranked U-32 Raiders. Stowe Raiders come into the game with a record of 10 wins and 8 losses. U-32, the defending champions of girls Division II lacrosse, come in with a record of 15 wins and 2 losses and a 13-game winning streak. I'm Carl Parton. I'll be bringing you the call on this girls Division II matchup today. Looking forward to an excellent semifinal game.
And number 99, Bianca Benoit.
Takes on the winner.
The Raiders are coached by Emily Connor. She is assisted by Brittany Clark, Abby Allen, and Carrie Garrity. And now, Purdue, please rise and move your heads for the playing of the national anthem.
Norwich University, we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. Girls Division II lacrosse semifinals. And the NHS Network and CTCsport.net. Will be bringing the video action today on this girls Division II semifinal matchup of playoff lacrosse. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for Stowe, we've got Izzy Donza, a senior midfielder wearing number 1. Number 3, Lauren Paredes, senior attacker. Number 4, Iris Cloutier. She's a senior midfielder. Iris Stacy, wearing number 6, a sophomore midfielder. Izzy Charlatan, a senior defender, wearing number 7. Number 8, Ruby Blaze, a sophomore attacker, also for Stowe. Ella Hazard, who has over 120 goals in her career. She'll be a junior attacker for the Stowe Raiders. A junior defender, senior Noelle Leiden, a senior attacker, Olive Betancourt, she's a freshman. A senior defender wearing number 15, Cece Walters. A sophomore midfielder, wearing number 16, Georgia Schnee. And in between the pipes, the goalie is a senior, Mila Smith, wearing number 33. First-year coach, Zoe Fremont, has brought her teams to the playoffs this season after going only a 3-win season last year. So the Stowe People's team are really rebounding and bringing it together nicely here this season in 2024. The defending champs, U-32 Raiders, number 1, Lydia Trombley. She's a sophomore attacker. Number 2, Alex McKell, junior defender. Number 3, Willa Long, a senior midfielder. She got her 100th goal against Hartford early in the season, I should say. Number 6, Amelia Woodard. She's a senior midfielder. Annika Turcotte, a senior midfielder. Natalie Beauregard, wearing number 10. She's a senior attacker. Clara Wilson, a junior defender, wearing number 12. Zoe Hilferty, number 13, a senior midfielder. She'll be handling the draws for this Raider team. Over 200 draw wins on the season. Number 14, Olivia Farnham, a senior defender. Hannah Drury, wearing number 16, she's a freshman attacker. Ayla Dyer, a senior defender. Between the pipes for the Raiders, Bianca Benoit, a freshman goaltender, filling in for Linnea Dara, who's away for the Raiders. As was last 2 games, we'll be back if the Raiders win this championship game and make it to the championship game. Emily Connor, about a 10th year at the helm of U-32. Here we go, getting ready for the draw. Raiders versus Raiders. It's the U-32 Raiders in the white and blue, and the Stowe Raiders in the black. It's Izzy Stacy on the draw for Stowe as the U-32 Raiders take control. Willa Long working it around the back, setting up this team's offense. Nice pass into the middle. Loose ball, ground ball picked up by the Stowe Raiders, but it's knocked away, and that's going to be a whistle against U-32. A free start for Ira Stacy and Stowe. Good forechecking pressure by U-32. Broken out of the timeline, good run by Isabel Donza. Donza down the left side. She's got speed. Gets it into the U-32 end. Looking for a cutter in the middle. Connects with Ruby Blaze. Blaze now handling in the middle. They will be looking for Ella Hazard. She's a dangerous scorer, over 120 career goals. She gives it up, back to Ruby Blaze. Loose ball in the middle, ground ball scooped up. Nice run by Alex Paquel from the defensive end. Paquel turns on the Jets going down the left side. Into the U-32 attack zone. Ball now with Woodard. Woodard gets it to Beauregard. Behind the net. U-32 being very patient. In the middle, it's a shot and it's a goal. Zoe Hilferty gets the goal on a nice pass from behind the net. We'll see if our replay cam caught that one. There it is. The U-32 Raiders. That's going to get me today. Raiders versus Raiders. U-32 defeated Stowe in early May, 11-4. Kind of kicked off this winning streak for U-32. They have won 13 straight. Here comes Stowe back on the attack. Ruby Blaze on the run, pulls it back out. It's going to go out of bounds off of the pass, so U-32 will get the restart from their own end. Here's the run for U-32. Ahead to Hilferty. Hilferty looking for an open teammate. On the wing, gets it to Willa Long. Long, one of the dangerous scorers for U-32. Looking in the middle again, but loose ball, ground ball is picked up by Hilferty. Hilferty into the middle. Looking for a run that time from Natalie Beauregard. They couldn't connect. Infraction is going to go against Stowe. The elbow will be a free restart for U-32. In the cross of Amelia Woodard. Hilferty now. Oh, no, that's Willa Long. Long behind the net. Nice rotation of cutters for U-32. Really difficult to guard for the Stowe team, but this Stowe team prides itself on their defense. Their playoff quarterfinal was a 5-4 win over Virgins. Talk about a defensive battle. Coach Zoe Premont talked about how proud she was of this Stowe defensive team and talked about how she's been really inputting more offensive plays, and that's a big part of Stowe's success this year, able to make it to the semifinals after only winning 3 games last year. Lydia Trombley now crosses it over to Annika Turcotte. Turcotte crosses it back into the cross of Long. Long now probing. Really packed in zone defense for Stowe. Long, very patient, looking for an open teammate. Now she makes her run, bounces off the defender. Back to Annika Turcotte. Turcotte was an outstanding soccer player for the Montpelier Solons. This is a combination team, Montpelier and U-32. For the U-32 Raiders in the middle, it's a shot, upper corner, and it is Beauregard scoring that one. Let me double check that. That could have been an 11 instead of a 10. Still waiting. Actually, we're going to give it to Beauregard. Goal number 2, Raiders up. Two to nothing. Here's the start. Hilferty on the draw. There's Beauregard coming up with it. Down the left side. Could have been Drury, the freshman attacker. Long pass in the middle. That was Beauregard, who's a good basketball player, going up for the rebound to pull that one down. Long behind the net. Looking for the give and go, but that one's stolen. Great picked off pass, checked out of the stick of Cloutier, who made a nice play, but it's going to be a free restart for Stowe. Looking ahead into the cross of Ella Hazard. Hazard, somebody that Piquel will be matched up with. And there's a step over. It will be a free restart for Stowe. Stepping in front of the attacking lane was U-32. So it looks like we'll have a first arc restart. It will be Ella Hazard with the ball. She takes the shot, deflected. Good hustle that time by Turcotte. Turcotte, a defender in soccer, a center back stopper, and playing the same role here on the U-32 Montpelier combination lacrosse team. When checked out of the stick of Dyer, and the Raiders will get the free restart because of the infraction. Here's Turcotte lobbing it ahead. Gets it to Alex Piquel. Piquel making her run down the left side. She's got wheels, checked out of her stick. Loose ball on the ground. Still loose. And it's finally Noelle Leiden who comes up with the ground ball. Leiden now down the far side. Quickly double teamed, ridden out of bounds. And another free start for Stowe. Looking for the long pass. That one's deflected. U-32 comes away with it. It was Trombley. It's going to be an infraction against Stowe. Free restart. Annika Turcotte making her move. Nice stop and go. Looking for the shooting lane. Brings it around the back of the net. Into the middle, looking for Beauregard. Beauregard weaves in through the defense, gets the shot off, but no. This whistle will go against Stowe, and Beauregard will get the free restart on the first arc. Beauregard in her starting position. In she goes, and in it goes. Beauregard, goal number 3 for U-32. Let's watch that one again. And it looks like Stowe wants a timeout. Thank you all for joining us here on this NFHS Network broadcast of Girls Division II semifinal lacrosse. With 4:10 to go here in the first period, the Raiders with an early start, 3-0. We have a goal by Hilferty and 2 by Beauregard. I like the timeout here by Zoe Premont. Wants to get her team settled down, focused, and definitely you don't want this one to get away any more than this 3-0 start. U-32 very confident. We talked to Coach Emily Connor before the game, talked about how confident her team was, how well they were really playing, and believe it or not, talked about how she was okay with the 2 early losses to Woodstock and Hartford. Didn't, like the pressure this team would be under if they were going into the semifinals and the championship undefeated. So having those early losses against Woodstock, a very close game, that one was 8-6 loss for U-32 and a 10-9 loss to number 1 ranked Hartford. So U-32 knows they can play with the 2 potential opponents in the championship if they win this one. Coach Connor, very much okay with the early season losses. She said it got her team focused. And, as a coach, it lets you coach the team and prevents them from getting maybe overconfident going into playoffs or the rest of the season. She used that and just brought this team together. And as I mentioned, a 13 game win streak for U-32. Stowe with their cheer, 1, 2, 3 Raiders. They meant Stowe Raiders, clearly. So here's the restart out of the timeout. We're going to have a draw at the middle. It will be Hilferty. And we've got a new Stowe Raider checking in for the draw, and that will be Isabel Donza. Donza versus Hilferty. This is so vital, and part of the Raiders' strength was Zoe Hilferty's dominance on the draws. Here's a ground ball. Yes, that is called the commentator jinx, as Donza comes away with this one, winning the draw, winning the ground ball off the draw. Donza now on the far side, looks for an open teammate behind the net. It's Paratus. Lauren Paratus. Kicks it out to Cloutier. Cloutier has time. Picks up the ground ball. Looking for the cutter is Donza in the middle. Cloutier fakes the pass to the cutter. And that cutter was Hazard. So Hazard is going to draw attention. Wherever she goes, she's going to have a Raider or 2 in her pocket, focused on keeping her away from that net. Cloutier again on the far side. Betancourt, the freshman, out there. Here's a pass to Hazard in the middle. Little too high for her to handle. Here comes Alex Piquel. Sends a long ball down the line. Raiders on the counterattack. Punched off the cross of Drury. Drury into the middle to Long. Long finds Turcotte. Long looking for an opening. On the near side, Isabel Parrish, the sophomore midfielder, has checked in for U-32. Helping out with the attack, here's Trombley. Turcotte on the far side. Turcotte holding. Back to Drury. Drury to Trombley. And we're trying to hear what the official called. One too many defenders in the zone, maybe. It'll be a free restart for U-32. No, they had the right number of defenders. Second arc restart. It is Trombley. Turcotte now. Here's Beauregard. Yeah, Beauregard drew the quick double team in that zone. They've seen her stick a couple goals, and that's enough for the Stowe defense. That was Parrish making the cut into the middle. Turcotte again. Ball deflected. Amelia Woodard for U-32. Ground ball being battled for. Still loose, and a whistle against U-32 will be a Stowe restart. Good stop for the Stowe Raiders that time. Nifty moves that time by Cloutier, getting through a trio of U-32 defenders. Still possessing, might have caught a stick to the head that time, but she's going to go with a quick restart. Here's the dangerous Hazard. Hazard past two defenders, passes on the shot behind the net. And that's going to do it for the first period of play. U-32, after one, is up 3-0. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's second period action. U-32 leading Stowe 3-0. Welcome back to U-32 High School, high atop Gallison Hill. It was raining earlier, so the field a little moist. It hasn't seemed to affect the athletes. It dried out here before the game started. The sun came out a little bit, and we've got a nice crowd here to watch both Raiders teams. And the teams will switch sides here for the second period. Stowe still trying to get some offense going against a pretty stout and athletic U-32 team. U-32 Raiders, as I mentioned, the defending girls Division II state champions. And 11 seniors, so a very senior-heavy team, a team with a lot of experience, with a lot of playoff, with a lot of championship experience. Rolling full strength out there. Here's the draw. And Stowe comes away with a ground ball. Alex Picaldo picks it up around the wing, leaving defenders in her dust. Little stop and go step over. What a move past a defender. Still containing in the offensive end. Crossed into the middle. Beauregard was there. Off her stick. On the far side, it's Trombley picking up the ground ball for the restart. Hilferty under the cross of Woodard. Woodard to Beauregard behind the net. Into the middle, looking for Hilferty on the cut. Beauregard is in front, and she makes Stowe pay with her third goal. Nice ball movement by U-32, great cuts. Moving around from behind the net. Yeah, Beauregard gets it in front of the net, and it's all but over. U-32 goes up 4-0. Stowe, as I mentioned, had a defensive battle against Vergennes, 5-4. But I don't think they, maybe not since they last played U-32, have experienced an offense as potent as this U-32 offense. Good hustle by both the Stowe defenders and the U-32 runner. That might have been Drury on the far side. It was. Trombley into the middle. Long takes the shot. Kick save. What a great save by Mia Smith. That shot was on target by Willa Long. Smith had to really do some work to kick that one away. Woodard crosses into the middle. Beauregard being guarded closely by Cloutier. Beauregard to Trombley. Trombley button hooks around. Back on top. Excellent movement by U-32. Drury behind the net. Cross into the middle. It was Ellen Neff looking for Long. Ellen Neff, one of the seniors. Stowe gets the stop, comes away with it. Here's Iris Stacy trying to get it out of the Stowe zone. The ball is loose, ground ball picked up by Willa Long. Long now moving down the far side, back into the middle. Hilferty. Oh, no, that was Drury. Here's Long now. On the near side. Strong move by Drury that time. It rolled off her stick. Here's the counterattack by Stowe. Making the run, Isabel Donza. Donza now behind the net, into the middle, looking for Hazard, and grabbed that time by Bianca Benoit. The freshman takes possession, drops it off behind the net, and here comes Turcotte with a run. Ahead to Drury. Drury now going to the net and bounces off the post. Great shot that time. Benoit's best friend, or Smith's best friend, the goalpost that time, keeping that one out. Turcotte on the far side. Lydia Trombley now. Probes the defense. Back to Turcotte. Turcotte looking in the middle. This one knocked away. Great defense by Iris Stacy. Stacy comes up with a ground ball. Gets it to Hazard. It's going to be a violation against U-32. Forces Stowe to slow it down and restart it. Another loose ball. Ground ball nearly picked up by Cloutier. It's going to be a whistle against U-32. Cloutier will get the restart. Into the middle. Here's the shot. That one rolled a bit off Betancourt's cross that time. Good thought, good effort. So knocked out of bounds. And it will be a U-32 restart. Here comes Piquel. Piquel, evasive moves, getting past 3 defenders. Gets it to Turcotte. Those two pick up real estate fast and have a good handle, good skilled stick work on the way. Here's Elenef to Trombley. Turcotte, that was actually. Here's Hilferty into the middle, looking for Long. Long, well defended that time. Good defense by Emily Mastine. Here's a near steal by Donza. Loose ball, bodies flying. Willa Long comes away with it. And it looked like Trombley got hit in the arm. Will be a free restart for U-32 on the first arc. Lydia Trombley will get it going for U-32. Trombley to Long. Long, the top of the arcs. Behind the net, it's Drury. Drury to Trombley, to Long. Long now, coming near side. Splits 2 defenders, gets the bouncing shot off, hit the ground and up into the upper corner. Skillful shot by Willa Long. Let's watch that one again. Wraps around. Splits the 2 defenders and off the ground and in. That one's going to take some transitioning if they go to Norwich and play on the artificial turf at Sabine Field. Willa Long will take the draw, taking on Isabel Donza now. Long for U-32, Donza for Stowe. Long picks up the ground ball. Ahead to Trombley. Poke checked away. Infraction against U-32. Here's the free restart for Ella Ortiz, the senior defender. Cece Walters on the far side. Nice pass ahead. Into the cross of Cloutier, loses her footing, and Drury picks up the loose ball. Here's Woodard to Beauregard. Trombley now. U-32 being very deliberate. Strong 5-0 lead. Hilferty. Trombley. And Stowe still in that solid zone D. Hilferty. On the wing to Trombley, far side. Really tough to penetrate that D, and over the top is the way you do it. Beauregard has her shot deflected and scooped up by Mila Smith. Schnee sends it forward. In the cross now of Donza making a run. Donza past 1 defender trying to get to the net, finally closed off. Harper Goulash stepping in, the senior defender for U-32. Might have been on the far side. Ruby Blaze. Ruby Blaze again. Dumps it off to Donza. Stowe having trouble getting it to their high scorer, Hazard. Here's a wraparound shot deflected. Great stop that time by Benoit. It was a nice move by Cloutier. Here's Turcotte using her speed to get away from the Stowe defenders. What a stride. Notice that in soccer too, just a Olympic quality stride and with speed to go with it. Really what Coach Connor loves to have in just being able to clear the ball, transition from defense to offense. What an asset. Got a violation here. It's going to be free restart in the cross of Hannah Drury on the first arc. Cloutier will try to close the gap as quick as she can for the Raiders. Smith is ready between the pipes, and Smith with a save. Mila Smith, excellent save. Cloutier now making her run into the midfield. Legs get tangled up and it will be a free restart. Cloutier again, weaving through U-32 defenders. Cloutier first arc. Oh, and loses her footing. I mentioned it rained quite a bit here this afternoon, and that was the first sign we've seen. Paratus now behind the net for Stowe with the ball. Gets it to Hazard. Hazard takes the shot just wide left of the post. Nearest player to the out of bounds is a Stowe player, so they will pick up the loose ball and get the restart behind the net. Ball played back. This is Schnee. Donza. Down low to Betancourt. Betancourt with a handoff to Hazard. Here's Donza again. Tries to switch fields and kept into the zone. Smart play that time by Ellie Ortiz. We've got a whistle and a card. And strike above the shoulders. So it will be a quick penalty against U-32. Stowe will have the player advantage. Only 13 seconds left in this period. Here's Cloutier. A goal to end this one would be a big boost for the Stowe Raiders. Ground ball being battled for. Cloutier knocks it away and comes away with it behind the net. Time's ticking. That's going to do it. Stowe does not get the shot off. So after one half of play, the U-32 Raiders lead the Stowe Raiders by a score of 5-0. You're watching girls semifinal lacrosse on the NFHS network and on CVTsport.net. We'll be back with the second half in just a few moments.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College Program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
Made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels, located in East Montpelier, Vermont. Packard Fuels is a proud supporter of local athletics and community events. Packard Fuels provides home heating oil and service throughout central Vermont. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
Mark and I worked at Berrytown Elementary School when we were in college. We're both very family-oriented and community-driven.
Barry has a special place in our heart, obviously being our hometown.
When I met Mark and Ruben, they were college grads. 7 years later, they manage over 750 units in Vermont. In their spare time, they give back to the people they grew up with.
There are people in our community who are battling childhood cancer. This organization doesn't just financially fund their hospital bills, we actually help them out with the day-to-day expenses.
Local business owners, local community members, just a lot of local people that are congregating to help raise a lot of money for these families.
In small towns everywhere across America, this story gets repeated over and over. Local businesses coming together to support their friends, neighbors, and customers.
Our priorities and the bank's priorities align. We're all trying to make the community a better place.
Game was made possible by Tournament Specialties, Central Vermont's corporate and team apparel specialists. If you are looking for an updated look for your business or want the latest look for your sports team, Tournament Specialties is the place to contact. Along with their embroidery and ink decorating services, they also work with groups who want a storefront to sell their items. A great way to fundraise without upfront cost and risk. Email Jeff at Tournament Specialties to learn more. tournamentdesigns@gmail.com. Today's game is brought to you by Wilson Consulting Engineering, providing heavy civil engineering and construction management services. Carl Parton back here getting ready for the second half of this girls Division II semifinal lacrosse matchup where the U-32 Raiders are battling and leading 5-0 over Stowe. And the Raiders want to get back. They want to defend that state championship. If they can hold on in the second half and win this one, they will take on the winner of Woodstock, the number 4 ranked team, and Hartford, the number 1 ranked team, in the championship at Norwich University, 4:30 at Sabine Field. So it's going to be an exciting one. U-32, 2 losses, and guess to who? Woodstock and Hartford. Both really close games, though. They lost to Woodstock 10-8 or 6-8, and they lost to Hartford by a score of 10-9. So certainly teams that are in their wheelhouse, and Coach Emily Connor has this team, I think, playing at their best. Getting ready to go here in the second half. Third period action will be Izzy Stacy lining up for Stowe to take the draw. Willa Long for U-32. Alex Piquel, serving out the rest of her penalty infraction, will get ready to sprint back on the field onto the defensive end for the Raiders. Probably about less than a minute left in that penalty. And here's the draw. It is Stacy versus Long. Long pulls it back. Ground ball is loose. Picked up by Iris Stacy, the sophomore attacker for Stowe. Chasing it down is Harper Gollage. Gollage will get the restart for U-32, making a run, looking ahead, down the far side of the field. Good ball movement, good field change by U-32. Played ahead. Here's Hilferty. Beauregard to Hilferty. On the near side to Amelia Woodard. They get it to Trombley. Beauregard now off the screen by Hilferty. Trombley now attacking from the side. There's a step in. It will be free restart from the first arc for Trombley. She cuts it back, passes on the shot that time. Restarted to Beauregard. She switches fields on the far side to Hannah Drury. That pass goes high. Racing after the ground ball, Trombley and Cloutier. Cloutier comes away with it. Nice pass forward to Blaze. Blaze now making her run ahead to Hazard. Hazard now going toward the net. She's quickly triple teamed. They know how dangerous she is on the U-32 Raiders side. They're not going to give her an open look. Here's Donza on the far side for Stowe. Betancourt, the freshman. 3-person weave behind the net. Paratus now. Back to Stacy. Cloutier. Guarded closely out there by Neff, I believe. Cloutier bounces one in, and Stowe is on the board. Great move that time by Izzy Cloutier, and breaks the shutout. See if we can take another look at that one for you Stowe fans. There it is. Not an easy one. She was swarmed by U-32 defenders, but not before she played a nice low ball, bouncing off the turf and sneaking past Bianca Benoit. Stowe really needed that to get some confidence. Long will take on Stacy. Long now, down the near side. Shadowed by Ellie Ortiz. Good defense by Ortiz. Long now behind the net. Looking for an open teammate, making a cut. Trombley makes the cut. Long passes back onto the stick of Woodard. Woodard now looking into the middle. Here's Beauregard. Fakes the attack. Pulls it back, gets it to Trombley behind the net. Trombley making her run. Picked up by Ortiz. Long with a nice cut. Couldn't get over the top of that one. Rolled off the tip of her stick. And I think a U-32 player stepped across into the offensive zone, so it will be a free restart for Stowe. A goal here would go miles to giving Stowe the confidence to get back into this one. Long picks up the ground ball. She's bowled over. And there's the whistle against Stowe. Long will get the restart for U-32. Quickly defended by Donza. Long splits two defenders. Can't get past the next two, but she'll get another free restart on the infraction. Beauregard now. Looking for Trombley. Keeps it in bounds. Good, strong defense by Cece Walters. Raiders really good about connecting those passes around the perimeter, probing the defense. Here's Long. Turcotte through a few defenders, and she's going to win the free restart on the first arc. Turcotte can get there quick. She's open, gets the shot off, and she scores. Annika Turcotte gets that goal right back for U-32 on the free restart. Yeah, just so speedy. I didn't think any defender was going to be able to get there before she made it in on net, and she was too close, one-on-one. Smith didn't really have a chance against the speed and skill of Turcotte on that one. Raiders go up 6-1. Again, 4:30 Saturday, the winner of this game will take on the winner of Woodstock at Hartford. That game's being played tomorrow at Hartford High School, or the Hartford Athletic Fields. Here's Long, battling with Stacy. Oh, it wasn't Stacy this time. This time it was Georgia Schnee. Nice move by Cloutier. She's got some very skilled stick work. Very good at ground balls and quick feet. Charlton had it for a moment. Woodard gets it across into the offensive zone for U-32. Dumps it off to Drury. Drury finds Hilferty. Beauregard. Nice cut by Turcotte. Hilferty now on top. Stowe content, just holding the zone. Great cut and a nice shot, but a better save that time by Mila Smith. Woodard made a great cut and really put that one on target with pace, but Smith was able to make the stick save. This will be Schnee on the far side. Finds her teammate Ortiz. Ortiz now on the run. No, this is Paradis, I believe. Yeah, Paradis through a few defenders, knocked away. That was Piquel making that nice defensive play. Coming away with it is Clara Wilson. Wilson, a multi-sport superstar for U-32. She draws the foul and will get the free restart. Strong hoop player, strong soccer player as well. Here's Hilferty with a nice spin move. Past a couple defenders, and she's fouled from behind. She'll take the restart. Onto the stick of Long. Willa Long now down the right side. Long behind the net for U-32. Good move by Long, and she's bumped. And she'll get the free restart on the first arc. Straight to the net, the crossover, and bounces it in. Willa Long puts U-32 up 7-0. Yeah, those restarts so dangerous with U-32's speed. And Long did not have a good angle, but she saw the hole, slipped past it, and a nice bouncing shot past the defense. U-32 up 7-1. Last year's exciting championship win for U-32 was also at Norwich's Sabine Field, so they're going to look to repeat on that beautiful facility, artificial turf facility, great grandstand, perfect press box, which is my favorite part about it. But just really looking forward to one of these teams playing on the NFHS network for the state championship. That will be June 15th, a Saturday game, 4:30 p.m. And you can bet that we'll see some folks from U-32 or Stowe watching that Hartford-Woodstock game on the NFHS network to do some scouting. Beauregard on the offensive end for U-32. Gets it to Trombley. Turcotte on the far side. I think, I got my 6 mixed up with my 8 there. That was Woodard in on the offensive attack still for U-32. We have some subs getting ready to check in for U-32. It's like Harper Gollage checks into the game. Turcotte making a run. It's Willa Long, though, on the wing to Beauregard. Slash there against Stowe, so again, it will be a restart. Hannah Drury on the first penalty arc. We'll get this restart. Drury getting set. Crosses it into the middle. She was looking for Woodard, who was making that cut. And here's the clearing run for Stowe. Noah Leiden, and she has wheels. Leiden was fouled. She'll get to restart it. Slashed away from behind. Leiden again. Looking forward. kept by Stowe. Another whistle. This one will go against the Raiders. It was Ella Hazard looking to break that one away. She'll get the restart as well. Plays it back. Charlerton. Loose ball, ground ball. Battle for it. Stowe's down in score, but they've had a lot of very nice, well-played ground balls. They play the grass pretty well. Here's Leiden now. Almost dispossessed. Good pressure by Hannah Drury of U-32. There's another ground ball. U-32 comes away with this one, crossed into the middle. Making the cut is Woodard, and her shot goes wide. Here's a race for it. Who's going to get there first? Woodard or Smith? It will be Amelia Woodard, senior midfielder. Woodard finds Trombley. Beauregard lobs it in to Long. Willa Long behind the net. Makes her curling run, fakes the shot. Dumps it in to Woodard, and Woodard's shot goes high. Isabel Parrish, the sophomore, was there near the out-of-bounds line as the third quarter comes to an end. With 3 in the books, the U-32 Raiders lead the Stowe Raiders by a score of 7-1. You're watching Girls Division II Semifinal Lacrosse on the NFHS Network and on CVTsport.net. We'll be right back. Back to the action. We are 1 quarter away from crowning a championship contender. One of these teams will go to Norwich on Saturday, 4:30 p.m. to play for the Girls Division II Lacrosse State Championship. U-32 Raiders lead Stowe by a score of 7-1. Willa Long will get set to take the draw against Iris Stacy. Pulled back, ground ball, and it's scooped up by Beauregard of U-32. Nice cutback, gets it onto the cross of Long. Long now with a nice spin move into the Stowe defensive end rather. U-32 controls. Behind the net, Lydia Trombley. Interesting, Trombley, an attacker here for U-32 Lacrosse. Played on the girls varsity basketball team, and I was really impressed with her defense and hoop, but a versatile athlete, no question. Trombley looking inside into the middle. Oh, and Beauregard comes up with the loose, we're going to call it a no-look pass from Hilferty, and she scores for U-32. Let's watch that one again. Long gets it started. And Beauregard, right place, right time, her 4th goal by our count. And the Raiders lead 8-1. We will be giving our CVTsport.net Player of the Game Tournament Specialties t-shirt away after this one. Sammy Tucker, our cameraman, will help me pick that one. Long, nice play, comes away with the draw. Long in possession into the attack end for U-32. Wheel Long on the far side. Behind the net now. Long looking for an open teammate. Raiders can just be patient at this point. Burn some clock. It's definitely their friend. Hilferty with a spin move. Hilferty looking for Beauregard on the cut. Well defended that time by Iris Cloutier. Cloutier has played a really strong game for the Stowe Raiders. Looking ahead for Hazard. Ball's on the ground. Bodies flying, and this whistle will go against Stowe. Ellen Neff, the senior defender, will get the restart for U-32. Neff now with a cutback. Oh, elusive moves. Boy, that is some hard to guard jabbing and faking. Hilferty gets past 2 Stowe defenders onto the attack end. Ortiz right in her pocket. And this whistle's going to go against Stowe. It will be a free restart for Hilferty and the U-32 Raiders. Here's Beauregard now. Over to Woodard. Trombley. Looking for Isabel Parrish behind the net. And the ground ball picked up by Noelle Leiden, senior defender. This one kicked out of bounds off U-32. It will be a Stowe restart on the inbound. Beauregard nearly with the deflection. Hazard plays it back to Stacy. Stacy long pass to the far side. Can't connect with a teammate. It's Neff picking up the ground ball for U-32. Checked out of bounds. And Neff will get the free restart. Plays it back to Piquel. Piquel, wow, nice move. 1 defender, 2 defenders, 3 defenders behind her. Head fakes and plays it behind the net. Trombley tries to spin through 2 defenders, but Ortiz does not give ground. Coach Premont talked about what a good defender Ortiz was. She's definitely made some big plays, tough to get by. Here's Long now with a good fake. Leiden tracing her. Long with a restart. Behind the net, Beauregard the wraparound, and it's a goal. It somehow snuck in. Another great shot by Beauregard. And the Raiders go up 9-1. Nice pass by Long. and kind of a hook shot. Beauregard, a great post player for the U-32 basketball team. It looked like she was working on her sky hook that time. (9-1) U-32. Raiders, of course, championship team last year. Caitlin Fielder, a good hockey player, a great lacrosse player, playing college at Norwich, where she helped the team win the state championship last year. They kept enough talent to get themselves what looks like back to the state championship. Good job by Isabel Donza winning that draw. Donza now making her run down the left side. Behind the net. Dumps it off to Hazard. And the Raiders doing such a good job locking up Hazard. She gets anywhere near the net, and she has a defender within 1 foot of her. That was an attempt to get it to Hazard, and there again, the U-32 defense blocking off that pass. Donza now picks up the ground ball on the attack, looking for Hazard, and the pass is a little high over the end line. U-32 will get the restart. It was not a shot, it was a pass. Had that been a shot, it would have been a Stowe restart. And here's Turcotte with that patented full field run. Gets it into the attack end, finds Willa Long. Long scoops up the ground ball to Beauregard. Beauregard to Hilferty in the middle, and it was a great pass. Hilferty quickly swarmed, and it looks like she's going to draw the foul, and Hilferty will get the free look from dead center, top of the arc. Will Hilferty go for the shot, or will she look for a cutter from the side? Hilferty straight in, gets the shot off, and it's a save. Mila Smith with a great save. Ground ball scooped up by Hazard of Stowe. Turcotte right there in her pocket. Iris Stacy now into the middle, gets the shot off. Oh, a beaut. Iris Stacy with a little coast-to-coast action there. And it gives Stowe their second goal. Let's watch that again. Great cutback. A lot of pace on that shot, too. Oh, and I gave it the goal, and it looks like they're calling that one back. Unfortunate for Stowe. The score remains 9-1. U-32 in possession. It's Drury on the far side, and Hilferty gets the shot off, and it goes over the end line. Trombley was the nearest athlete to that one when it went over the end line, so U-32 maintains possession. Just over 4 minutes remaining in this girls Division II semifinal. Here's Trombley making an aggressive run, shoots, and she scores. And I talked to Coach Connor, and I said, who's your dangerous scorer? She said, we have a lot of them. Balanced attack. A lot of different Raiders for U-32 can do damage. We saw it there. As Trombley on the board now. 5 different U-32 scorers. Gollage into the game. Piquel comes back. Some high fives from her teammate. She's worked hard on the defensive end today. Donza comes away with the draw. Here's Ruby Blaze on the far side. Turcotte right next to her. Blaze picks up the ground ball, making her run. Around the corner, gets the shot off, but it's a save. Benoit, the freshman, stepping in fearlessly to block that one away. Here's a ground ball. Good hustle, good run that time by Noelle Leiden. Cut back by Charlerton. It's going to be a slash on U-32. It will be a free start for the Stowe Raiders. Ortiz. Ortiz with a restart into the attacking zone for Stowe. Ortiz and the Stowe Raiders look like they've picked up the intensity, the urgency in this one. Really starting to put some spice in their attack. Attempted cross into the middle. It's picked off. What a great defensive play. That was Ayla Dyer. And Hazard goes down. We're going to get a timeout. We'll take it to the Raiders of U-32 with just over 2:30 remaining. Lead this one 10-1 over Stowe. Good time for us to talk about a potential CVTsport.net Tournament Specialties Player of the Game. And great news, Ella Hazard out of the game under her own power. Hazard, the junior captain. Turcotte with it on the far side. Nice stop and go. Stacy staying with her. That's not easy to do. Here's Trombley into the middle. Nice thought looking for Woodard. They can't connect on the pass. And it's taken away. Here's the run by Charlerton. Charlton plays it back to Cloutier. Cloutier now making a run. Knocked out of her stick, but foul against U-32. Here's the restart. Iris Cloutier making her run. Lobbing into the middle to Paradis. She can't get the shot off. This one's going to be a foul against U-32. It will be a free attack from the first arc for Paradis. Paradis gets the shot off, and she finds the back of the net. So Stowe picks up their second goal of the game. Let's watch that one again. Off the free restart, the senior attacker, Lauren Paradis. Tough shot, low corner. Just over a minute 20 remaining. U-32 Raiders, you can see the excitement building on the sideline. They are ready to celebrate. Hilferty back on the draw for U-32. This one picked up by Drury. Drury slows it down, back to Long. Drury now. Working the two-person game with Woodard. Woodard, crossover. Raiders, very skilled stick work around the perimeter. Turcotte picks up the grounder. Behind the net. Here's Long. Beauregard into the middle to Trombley. Back to Beauregard. And a good time with time ticking away. We will choose Natalie Beauregard, the senior attacker, who we have down for 5 goals as our CVTsport.net Tournament Specialties Player of the Game. So she will get the CVTsport.net Player of the Game t-shirt for this one. Time ticking away. Beauregard with the ball. Crosses to Woodard. 5 seconds remaining. Loose ball picked up. And that's going to do it. The U-32 Raiders go to the state championship for the 2nd year in a row. As you can see the celebration, they defeat the Stowe Raiders by a score of 10-2. And we have chosen Natalie Beauregard, the senior, as our CVTsport.net Tournament Specialties Player of the Game. Congratulations to Stowe on an outstanding season. Coach Zoe Premont in her first year, last year's team, 3 wins, knocked out first round of playoffs. This year, 10 wins, all the way to the semifinals, and really played well against a strong defending champ in the U-32 Raiders. As for the U-32 Raiders, we will see you right here on the NFHS Network Saturday afternoon at 4:30. The U-32 Raiders will take on the winner of Woodstock and Hartford at Norwich University on Sabine Field. So make sure to join us. If you can't make it in person, tune in to the NFHS Network where we'll have live coverage of that girls Division II championship game. I'd like to thank our cameraman, Sammy Tucker. Once again, final time, the U-32 Raiders 10, the Stowe Raiders 2. U-32 has punched its ticket to the girls Division II state championship. I'm Carl Parton. Thank you for joining us. Via Candidos, my friends.